What up, though? This D Will back with yet another gameplay. This time I'm taking the Oakland Raiders versus the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm really liking the Oakland Raiders this year, with them starting Terrell Pryor. I liked Terrell Pryor when he was at Ohio State, Unfortunately, some stuff happened. We all know what happened, but I did like Terrell Pryor. So I felt like I would take him and start him, and see how they play this year. The Arizona Cardinals, they have a pretty good defense, Tyrann Mathieu coming there, the Honey Badger, so that just only makes them much better. But, Carson Palmer comes out here, have to think about stopping Fitzgerald. I mean, he has amazing hands, and I know he was going to try to target him a lot. So, goes right over the middle to Fitzgerald for the first play, and I was thinking he was going to go back to him, but, he surprises me with the tight end, so I'm thinking that I have to, just watch everybody out here, He just seems like he's trying to keep it, fresh. And I like players like that. I'd been facing a lot of players that were just doing the same thing over and over again. You just got to keep your defenses, can't even get my words right. Keep your defense fresh, So, there's going to be some adjusting going on in this game. And Carson Palmer, he's a pretty good quarterback. Madden 13, he wasn't that good. But I knew he would probably be better on this one, as he hits me with the pass over there. But yeah, now he's in the red zone right here, and I was thinking about the run. He passes back to Fitzgerald, but I was thinking he was going to go to the run a lot with them starting Mendenhall, but he didn't. He was real pass oriented, so he was kind of tearing me up. He was kind of tearing me apart in this first drive right here, but I didn't want to give up the 6. I was like, just let me go ahead and held him to a field goal, but we see he scores right there. It's gonna happen. So as long as we just continue to keep pressing, then I'm hoping that we can eventually get a stop. They got Josh Cribbs now returning, and you see me breaking it off right here, trying to go to the end zone. If we can just escape this dude, I'll prematurely hop. But sometimes that's gonna happen. It's all about timing. So start this off, give it to Darren McFadden, who has been an amazing running back in Madden since he's coming to the NFL. I've always liked Darren McFadden. Give it back to him right here. He ends up stopping me. I get like a 2-yard gain. So going to go to the pass with Pryor. I was going to run right here, but, I see somebody streaking across the middle. So got to let that ball go, Give it back to Darren McFadden, and we end up scoring right here, getting the touchdown. So as long as we can keep our defense up, I'm hoping that we can end up getting a turnover, end up getting an interception or hitting them with a big hit and popping this ball loose. But, first we got to get Patrick Peterson down, because we all know that he's an explosive return man. He's probably one of the best, probably top 3. I wouldn't give him the best tight end. He hits me back with our route, but thank goodness he steps out of bounds, because it looked like it was going for a touchdown, But I mean, somebody probably would have called him, because that's just how Madden is this year. So he eventually does hit us with a run, and we stopped that. So I knew he was going to go back to the pass, and I knew he was probably going to streak to the outside, so I had to get that cover, with a purple, and didn't think he would do it again, be that cheesy, but hey, it worked. It's not cheesy if it works. That's how I put it. He ends up scoring a touchdown on that play, hit me with a series of spins, had me motion sickness over here. But yeah, I'll say if it's working, I wouldn't say it's that cheesy. I mean, it is cheesy to keep doing it, but hey, it's working. It's my job to stop it. So we end up going back to Darren McFadden. Hitting him with an outside run, hoping we can take this to the crib. You see that? Had to hit him with the little inside juke, and we end up taking this to the house. He ain't catching Darren McFadden. He ain't catching me. You know what I'm saying? There's too much skills going on over here, boy. Nah, I mean, it is tied up, so it ain't that much skills, but hey, you know what I'm saying? So we giving it back to him, going to the explosive Patrick Peterson right here. We got to get some stops on defense, man. I hate really just continuing to give somebody the same route over and over again. That's why I say Madden is all about adjustments, So we adjust to that, but then we end up giving it right over the middle. You see my linebackers just stagnant. I put them in some yellow zones just to cover the middle of the field, but they didn't really do anything but stand in the same spot. I wish Madden would fix the AI sometimes. Like if they see somebody coming over, that the linebackers just react to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I did put them in a purple, they should at least give me some action after they're in that purple. If they see somebody running by them, run after them. I'd like to see that. But Madden, they're still improving. I can't just bash Madden. I went out and paid for the game. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm not just gonna bash Madden. I know a lot of people do, and they have a bunch of concerns, and I mean that they are right on it. But I mean, we still like the game. I would just like to see more animation from these linebackers when they're in those zones, not just standing still. As you see, he keeps on going to Mendenhall, which he really is mixing it up. He was throwing a few passes going to the out route. You see, we get a crushing hit right there on the sideline. I've been noticing they tend to fumble a lot on the sidelines. When you do a big hit on the sidelines, not a lot, but it seems like that's where I get the majority of mine. I don't know about anybody else, but the majority of my fumbles on the defensive side, you know what I mean. But the majority of the fumbles that I get is mostly big hits on the sideline, as you saw in my first video. But yeah, so we're coming out. But yeah, he's been mixing it up. First he was like straight pass oriented, everything was straight passing. And then he mixed it up and started hitting me with some run, but that fumble messed up his drive. But yeah, we start hitting him with some out routes. You ain't just gonna be doing all of that on me and then don't think it's gonna come back. Because he's been covering the middle of the field pretty good. So hit the out. When I think he was running some man coverage, and that beats man, and a bunch of slants beat the zone. So yeah, we went back to it, and terrible usering by me. Had to. Yeah, I can't do that. You got to keep that up. So yeah, it was supposed to be a screen, but hey, we see your man streaking down the middle of the field, so throw that to him. He ran a comeback route, so we end up taking the lead, which I'm very happy about because he got the ball first. So I'm thinking, like, if we get this stop, we could possibly make it 28-14. I'll be up by 2 scores, and he'll be playing catch up for the rest of the game. Just play good defense. As you see, we give up another middle of the field, but I got to get my defense up, But this was back in the day, So my defense has improved. I still give up some deep passes. That's just Madden. I wouldn't say it's the Madden curse, but I guess it's my Madden curse. But yeah, hit me with some passes trying to get. I think he was. Of course, he's going for the touchdown. But in these situations, hey, if you can only settle for a field goal, at least you're putting points on the board. So yeah, he hits me with a deep pass right there. Probably should have caught that, but I'm glad he didn't. Appreciate that, Madden. So yeah, he's coming back out with a pass. He had 3 on this side, and you see what happens. I don't know what it is, but when halftime is coming up, it just seems like the offense gets way better when halftime is coming up for some reason, or either my defense just sucks. But yeah, so second half started. At least we have a 4-point lead, 21-17, and we come out hoping to at least just put points on the field and just continue to have him play catch up, So we come out, hit him with a run. I think he was kind of expecting that. That's really been my game plan. Run on first and second down. As I come back with a run on this down, and we get it to the outside again, man. Darren McFadden, he's an absolute monster in this game. With the, he has power, he has elusiveness, and I like those running backs. The Marshawn Lynch's, I like those running backs a lot, strictly for running purposes. But when I get into my pass zone, I got to get my Reggie Bushes, my Chris Johnsons, get them out in space with the elusiveness they got. As you see, I'll go ahead and score. So giving him the ball back, 28-17. I'm always worried on kick returns when they have good kick returners, because it seems like, a kick return can just completely get you back into a game. Because, yeah, kick returns are just, they're harder this year, as we leave them wide open with the comeback route, Got to watch for those too. I was expecting more out routes because that's what he had been doing all game. And I knew that he wasn't going to stick to the run because he first came out passing, then he went to the run later. So I knew he was going to go back to him eventually as he hit me with another pass, So really know that I got to be pass defense oriented, And he's really been hitting me with out routes and middle routes. So I was like, just make some adjustments on that, He's going to eventually slip up, hopefully, not if I keep playing this terrible defense that you all are seeing. But I was hoping, like, he's going to slip up eventually, so he gets down pretty quickly. And I'm like, man, if I can just get him the run time off the clock, you see he scores with he scores, and I get the pick right there, the diving interception. I was real happy about that. But yeah, he scored with 2 minutes left. I was hoping to at least run him down into the fourth quarter, so when I get the ball, I can just milk it. But now I'm just hoping that I can milk the clock, take some time off the clock and then go ahead and get a touchdown, even because you saw he didn't convert on the 2-point conversion, which messes him up. So go back to the run, because Darren McFadden has been pretty effective. A nice 6-yard gain right there. So a great run in the NFL. You know, so we go back to the run and end up getting the first down. And, you know, if we can continue to keep this going, you know, get a bunch of runs, run time off the clock, I mean, he can't stop it. I don't know if he was expecting the pass, but I know the run was working a lot on this drive. So I was going to continue to go with that. You know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Hey, don't touch that light if it's still working. You know, so that's what I tried to do, you know, keep him on his heels. You know, I was going to sneak some passes in here, but I was like, no need. I'm running all on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like LeBron James out here, you know, even though that has nothing to do with football. LeBron was probably, I know they said he was amazing in high school. I think he probably would have been amazing in college. I'm not really a LeBron fan, but I'm not on basketball right now. You know, I'm Kobe all day. But back to football, you know, as you see, we get the score. Really happy about that. And we're in the fourth quarter. I'm just hoping. I'm like, all I got to do, you know, I know he's going to pass. You know, he was passing when he was up. And you see we get the pick right there. I told you. All I had to do was keep going to just keep on coming up with new game plans because I knew what he was going to do, but I finally had to get into a formation that would stop it and just bait him in because even though I was in a formation that would stop it, doesn't mean that it will. You know, I just have to hope that he makes a mistake, and you see he does. So I'm like, hey, just keep running. And you see what's going on, man, just running all over his defense, and we eventually get another touchdown, you know, go up, and now we're up with a pretty comfortable league. I'm fine. I'm like, hey, he can score if he wants to, you know, even though I don't want him to, but even if he does score, you know, he'll probably go for the onside, but all I'm gonna do is keep on running the ball because I'm 120% confident with my run game because he hasn't been able to stop it all game. And you see what happened. The mindset that I was like, man, I don't care if he get a touchdown. I shouldn't have had that. It was a stupid mindset because he hits me with the very first play being the streak down the middle of the field and the touchdown. And it's stupid. But he goes with another 2-point conversion and what? Stop it again. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't come out with an onside kick, which I was happy about. So I'm like, hey, stick to my game plan. Go ahead and keep doing what I'm doing. Return with Josh Cribbs, get as good as yardage as I can. Having a bunch of tongue twisters, but yeah, come back with the run. You know, this run game that I had was, I guess he was in a pass defense because I was coming out, and I was effectively passing on him, but he just couldn't stop the run at all. So I just kept going to it, you know, going back with Darren McFadden and then subbing him out because I didn't want him to get too tired and then end up getting a critical fumble. You know, I like to keep my running backs fresh because I noticed once they get into the red and the yellow, then they're most likely, if they get a big hit on the right side, even if you have the best running backs in the game, you know, even if you have them, they might fumble if they get hit with the right hit and they're tired enough, even if they got energy. So I just think, but once they get tired, they're more likely to get injured. So yeah, we come out with a run again, and you see we get them going up the field. Darren McFadden is an amazing running back, but I got to give that to the blockers right there. I had nobody touch me until like 20 yards up the field, you know. So Darren McFadden is good, but that line was blocking better that time, you know. So he making him use all his timeouts right here. You see it's not less than a minute, but less than 2 minutes to go. You know, the 2-minute warning came up. Hoping to just keep going back to this run game because, I don't really care what he's doing. I'm going to just milk this clock, you know what I'm saying? Let as much time run off, kick this field goal, give him the ball back, and you know we got this win, even though you see I missed the field goal. And I really don't know what happened right there. So, yeah, just running some prevent defense right here, man prevent, you know, just basically, even if he does score, I'm pretty comfortable. You see he gets a huge run up the middle. You know, I probably should have been using that middle linebacker because I would have keyed in on that as he hits me with another out route, what she's been doing all game, you know, but I tackle him inbounds, you know, and eventually end the game, you know, and we get another win. So, yeah, this is, of course, you know who it is. It's D-Will. You know, you come from my videos, you know. If I kept you here this long, I'm hoping you subscribe, like the videos. You know, I'm going to be bringing you more. Commentary is only getting better. You know, I'm new at this. You know, sometimes I run out of words to say, but bear with me. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Watch my growth. Be out.